not sure. Has JP flown the coop? Maybe he has. We're not sure. But his plane flew today and was recorded in flight, leaving Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and landing in North Myrtle Beach. Now, as you recall, on April the 6th, the plane was last used to go from Knoxville, Tennessee to Rocky Mount, North Carolina. The plane is a Cirrus SR-22 N6235R. Now, who's in the plane? Was it Wayne Miller? Was it Mark? Was it Susie Skinner? We don't know. Was JP there or did JP meet them in North Myrtle Beach? If y'all have heard, please let me know in the comment box below. This is Chevy Cool Lady. This is Chevy Investigates and Opinionates. We want to shout out to JLR for the great job keeping up with this case. Now, we want to know what's going on. Is JP considered a flight risk? What exactly is a flight risk? What was the reason that JP or his plane traveled to North Carolina and back again? Remember in the beginning, when asked about the plane, his reason for having it was because he's so popular and would be traveling throughout North Carolina, South Carolina, preaching tithing for pastors in the area. Now, you might have been wondering, it's about 2 hours and 17 minutes from the North Carolina spot to the Lumber River. 2 hours and 17 minutes driving. So it's much shorter flying. Now, there's been some other speculation on who exactly is living in JP's house at the moment. Neighbors have said that they've seen Wayne Miller, his dad, at the house. He may possibly be living there. There's a neighbor boy seems to be hanging out. When I say boy, he is estimated to be about 20 years old, may have some type of emotional or learning disability. And if neighbors are aware that this is true, this should be reported. I am just saying these are rumors that have reached my ear. If there's a 20-year-old male hanging around that family, it could potentially be very dangerous. His sister Lacey is supposed to be living there. Remember, there were speculations concerning Asian women, young girls, and such. Sheets on the windows, sketchy, dodgy behavior. We don't know what's going on with that. The police supposedly checked it out and found nothing unusual to be going on at the house. As it stands right now, JP has not been charged with any crimes in relation to this. But certainly the secrets that have been unveiled have been quite telling. Um, it seems that JP's quite quiet since the settlement. Uh, a couple weeks ago, we haven't heard much from him. There was an alleged phone call to YouTuber Robbie Harvey. Um, uh, Supposedly a call from a girl named Katie on one night. Then a few nights later, Katie's mother supposedly called her, um, realizing that the call possibly was made from a ghost number. I'm putting air quotes around it. Ghost uh, number. Uh, there's a lot of speculation on the call. The woman sounded unhinged. If she believed this situation was true, I wouldn't blame her for being unhinged. It revolved around her 17-year-old daughter and a lot of salacious behavior with grown men and other YouTubers that were mentioned by name. It was really scandalous that the Robbie Harvey didn't take his name off of that or redact his name before airing that information. Um, the plane itself that JP uh, registered to Solid Rock Ministries estimated to be about $400,000. It's a five-seater and it rides at about 230 miles per hour, maybe not as
If the FBI investigation continues, why isn't JP considered a flight risk? So, I looked up the definition of flight risk. Here you go. A flight risk is any individual who is deemed likely to flee the country to avoid criminal prosecution. For example, a wealthy individual who's committed financial fraud would likely be considered a flight risk because this person would have both the incentive and the means to leave the country to avoid prosecution.